This is my 1981 Pontiac Firebird that I got for free just for fixing another car. It was a complete running project when I brought it home, but I tore the entire thing apart. Why, you might ask? Because I'm turning it into this.
Looking for change, looking for pain, pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane, pick up the pieces and go rearrange.
So if you don't want to miss this transformation, make sure you subscribe. All right, let's get into it. All right, so first thing is I need to come in here and clean up the floor a little bit so I can know exactly what is surface rust and what is actually rust that needs to be cut out and repaired. First thing is I need to get the seat out of the way, so I got a little more room. So let's get the seat out of here and then we'll take a wire wheel to this and see what exactly needs to be repaired. All right, let's do it. All right, so now I can see the holes, what is actually holes and what is just surface rust a lot better. So I can come in here and mark it up with a pin on the spots that I need to cut out. I mean, this area up here is obvious, it's Swiss cheese, but there's just a couple of small holes over here. Nothing too serious there. Some of them are even small enough that I could probably just, you know, not even cut anything out, just do a couple little tack welds there and then grind it and be perfectly fine. But this is the main part that I need to worry about. And then there's one small hole over here about the size of a dime. So anyway, so let's get this marked up or whatever and get the pieces cut out that we need, and then we'll take it over to the new floor pan, lay it on there, and cut out some templates or some patch pieces anyway, and then get them in here. All right, let's do it. All right, so I wanted to show you under here why exactly it is I'm not just cutting out a big chunk or whatever. So you can see this is the one hole that I was saying about the size of a dime. Everything around it's super solid, and then you got these little spots here and these ones here, but everything's, you know, super solid there. So these smaller ones can just be you know, tack welded basically and filled in and then ground down. And then why I'm not cutting out this whole chunk is this seam right here is perfect all along. It looks good, and I don't want to cut it out. So on the part that's closest to the back of the car up there, I'll cut that piece out, but I want to leave this lower one here so that it looks fine, and then I'll cut along this line on the inside to get rid of this hole that's right here. So that's why I don't want to destroy this, because the new patch panel, this front half and back, or the front half and the back half are all one piece, so wouldn't have this this factory seam right here, and I want to leave that since that's in perfect condition. It's just the piece that overlays it and everything in front of it, and I don't want to mess with any of this and destroy the way that looks. I want it to stay looking factory. So anyway, that's why I'm not just cutting out a big chunk out of there. So I'm going to cut out what I can to avoid cutting this. So all right. All right, so I got the piece cut out or whatever, and I laid it on the tack piece here, drew a line around it. So now I'm going to cut it a little bit wide from that so that when I put it in place, I can sneak up on it and make it fit perfectly. So let's get this piece cut out of here and start getting it welded back in. All right, so I got all the patch pieces made up. I got them all fine-tuned so they fit perfectly in the hole. So I went ahead and did that off camera because I don't want to sit there and do all the fine-tuning and stuff and, you know, have it be super long and boring. So got everything to where it fits really nice. So anyways, let's get the welder out and get this stuff tacked in place, and we'll get all welded up. All right, let's do it. All right, so I got everything final welded up. I still have the last piece to do, but I want to put some weld through primer down on this little lip where it's going to overlap that before I actually put the last piece on there. So let's get the weld through primer on here, and then we'll get the last piece on there, and then we can get it all cleaned up. All right, let's do it. All right, another thing is I went ahead and drilled out some holes so that I can plug weld it, just like the factory had pinch welds right there. I can weld it back to that panel that's gonna overlap. So anyways, all right, let's get this on here. All right, so I got it all finished welding in. Now I need to come in here and get the welds all ground down so they look good. So let's take care of those welds. All right, so I got the welds all ground down and looking nice and smooth and look good. So now we need to take care of the zero rust and the seam sealer and more zero rust. And there we go. We got all the zero rust and the seam sealer done in here. Got it all patched up. All the rusty holes are gone. So now everything's super solid in here. So now I need to come in here and get the rest of the interior all pulled out, like the front seat and the back seat and the bags of bolts and stuff, so I can get the rest of this back of the floor pan all cleaned up and everything. And then I want to come in here and get all the sound deadening laid down. So let's get this interior out here and get it all cleaned up and get on with it. All right, so I got the floor pan all cleaned up. Now I'm going to come in here and get everything hit with some zero rust. The paint in here is not super smooth. It has a texture to it, so the zero rust will stick to it just fine without sanding anything at all. So anyways, let's get in here and get everything covered with some zero rust, and then once that's dry, we'll put the sound deadener on. All right, so I got the first light coat on there. I'm gonna let that dry up a little bit, and I'm gonna hit it with a couple more coats. right, so I got the floor pan all done up. It's all painted and everything. I'm gonna let it dry for a couple of days because the seam sealer actually takes a couple of days for it to completely harden up. So, and I don't want to put the sound deadening on there while that's still somewhat soft. So we're gonna let this dry. So while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm actually gonna come in here and remove these little panels that cover up the wiring so that I can get them all wire wheeled and cleaned up and get them shot too so that they don't have surface rust on them. So let's get both these removed and get them cleaned up. All right, so I got these wire cover pieces pulled out, and after taking a look at them after I got them out, they're actually a lot rustier than I thought they were. I thought it was just surface rust, but you can see right here where it's kind of rusted away a little bit, and then right here as well, it's kind of rusted through. You can see daylight through it. I'm gonna get it up here so you can see. So it's actually kind of holy. So, and a new set of these are only $100, so I'm just gonna order up a new set of them. All right, so I'm gonna get those ordered up so that I can put those on when I'm actually ready to put the interior back together. But I wanna move on to actually getting the underside all cleaned up. And first thing I need to do is get that fuel tank removed so I can get all under there, all pressure washed. I don't think that's the original fuel tank, but while we're in there, we might find out if it is, there might be a build sheet up on top of it. So anyways, let's get this fuel tank out of here so we can get the underside all cleaned up. All right, let's do it. All right, so as you can see, there is no build sheet on here, but check this out. This is insane. Get on the creeper here. The build sheet is literally, looks like it's in pretty damn good condition. So let me get it down off of here. It's actually stuck to this rubber insulator for the fuel tank. Oh, hold on, I'll get this piece right here. Try to get it without it ripping. Okay. Now, with any luck, it's still visible. Oh yeah. So once I get the dust cleaned off here, should actually be able to see everything. That's insane that this build sheet has survived all that time since 1981 up there and hasn't just turned to dust basically. So anyways, that's pretty cool that I got that. I don't know exactly the best way to get all this dust off of here to be able to read it, but I'll look that up and then see if we can clean it up and see what all this thing was optioned with. So, and I don't know if this is the original rear end, but I was actually looking under here and I got the tag here, but it's too filthy to read right now. But I spun the yoke for a second and this thing actually has a posi, because as you can see, I'm going forward with this wheel. Another wheel's still going forward, and I tried to put one hand on one and one on the other when I was underneath of it, and they will not spin separate from each other. So I don't know if that's the original rear end or if this, you know, V6 model came with the posi in it, or if somebody's, you know, upgraded that or done something inside of it. So I'll have to look that up, or maybe somebody knows, did the V6 models come with a posi in the rear? So anyways, all right, well, let's get this fuel tank out of the way and take and put this build sheet somewhere where it won't blow away. So all right, let's get this picked up. See if I can get this insulator strap off of here without destroying the paper. I don't know that it's going to, but we shall find out. It definitely feels like it's on there pretty good, and then the tar is going to transfer, so anything that's in that vicinity of the paper, I'm not really going to be able to ever read it because the tar is stuck to the paper. But I cannot believe this paper is as strong as it is and not just crumbling. the tar insulator is just kind of coming apart. The paper is staying in contact, but this is not wanting to come off here very darn well. Paper's holding up fine, but it is definitely the insulator strap piece here is coming off in pieces, but again, paper's still holding up pretty darn well. I can't believe it. So anyways, that's as good as I want to get it for right now, but I'll look up and see what the best way is to get this dust cleaned off here without destroying the paper. So, all right, so I'm going to try some compressed air on here and see how well I can clean it up. As you can see, it's pretty illegible right now, so I'm going to go easy on it and hopefully not destroy the paper. Let's see what happens. All right, so that's as much crazy as I want to get with it, but you can read some stuff here, make it out or wherever. It was sold at Ramsey Pontiac at 619 4th Street in Des Moines? Yeah, Des Moines, Iowa. Got some stuff over here. Everything else is pretty hard to make out, but if I find a bill sheet that's actually completely legible, then I'll be able to tell what I'm looking at, because I'll know what section is what and all that stuff. So, but that's pretty cool to have that. So, all right, I want to take you guys down underneath the car so I can show you how dirty it is, so that when it's all cleaned up, you guys can see the difference. So let's get under here and take a look. Okay, so as you can see, there's all kinds of road grime and grease and stuff from the transmission and engine and stuff over all the years. So the good thing is that the metal under here is in really good condition. So once I blast all this off here, it should be really nice for doing some undercoating underneath of it. So you can see how just filthy dirty it is underneath of here. So this should look a heck of a lot better. You can see right here where some of it's come off, and you can see how the metal's in really good condition. So anyway, let's get under here and spray it all with some degreaser, so that when we pressure wash it off, it looks nice and clean, and then we can get it all undercoated. So all right, let's get under here and spray it. All right, so I got the underside all pressure washed off. It's been drying for a little bit. It's still somewhat wet, but you can see under here how good the floor is. I mean, it's just, they look damn near brand new. So where the undercoat, the whole thing was undercoated, and where all the oil and grime had accumulated, it basically lifted that old undercoating off, and so it all pressure washed off really easily. But then when you get out to the sides where it didn't get oil and stuff on it, this undercoating's still really solid on there. So along areas it's super solid along the sides, like I said, where it didn't get oil on and stuff. But both sides of the floors are just in, you know, perfect condition other than those couple spots that I patched and everything. So all right, so it's the next day. So now we're going to come in here and get this sound deadener put on. I believe it's Run Sunspree is how you pronounce it. I got the pack off Amazon. I believe it's a 50 square foot box. So anyways, let's come in here and get this all on the floor so it's nice and quiet when we're all done with the car. All right, let's do it. so I actually ended up running out of the sound deadening, so 50 square feet is not enough to cover the entire thing if you want to cover every square inch. As you can see, I wasn't able to get that wheel well on that side, as well as the rear package tray. I want to get up there done as well, and then cover the sides and the doors and all that stuff too, as well as I need to do the trunk with it, and so I'm going to need a lot more of it. So I'll go ahead and order up another box of it, but for now we're going to move on to the trunk. There's a couple of holes back there that are rust spots that I need to cut out and weld some new stuff in there, and then get it sprayed, and then cover it up with the sound deadening when I get some more. So let's move back there so I can show you what's going on back there. All right, so I'm going to bring you in here and show you in the trunk or whatever. You can see there's a few holes in here. There's a couple of them right here, a couple over here. Overall, the trunk is actually pretty damn solid. There's just these small holes. So I'm going to actually take you underneath so I can show you, because you can see them a heck of a lot better down there. So let's go underneath. Okay, so we're underneath now, and now you can see, I mean, this floor is super solid right here, but you can see there's small holes kind of here and there, you know, just a couple of them, nothing too serious. So, but like I said, the floor, as you can see, the paint and everything under here is in really good condition. So it's just that couple of holes. It's mainly over there. There's a teeny tiny one right here that could easily just be tack welded and then ground down. Another tiny one here. But the floor is super, super solid, in really good condition. So I'm just going to cut out these spots and patch those, because I don't need to do an entire floor pan, because as you can see, it's actually in really good condition. So, all right, let's get up there and mark where we need to cut out and get that done. All right, let's do it. All right, so I got all the spots cut out on the trunk, and I don't have a trunk pan, but I do have these leftover floor pans, which have a whole bunch of different shapes and everything in it. So I'm sure I can match it up, like this one that I just cut out kind of has a little bit of a curve to it, and it'll pretty much match up with this piece right here. I can cut that out and then fine tune it. So I'm gonna get the pieces laid on here one at a time and get them cut out. I already have them numbered and everything, so I know where they go back. So let's get all these cut out of here and put them back in there. All right, so I got as far as I could on welding the patches, and I actually ran out of gas, and the welding gas store's closed, so I can't get any more tonight. So that's going to be it for the trunk for now. Anyway, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on the merch. So I contacted a place to get some of the merch and stuff done, and I got a quote for getting 24 shirts and 24 hoodies in assorted sizes. Would be $2,500 to get all that, which works out to where I would have to sell the hoodies for like $80 or $90. I don't think anybody would spend that. I mean, you guys could let me know, but I don't think anybody would want to spend that much on a hoodie. So I'm actually going to look into getting a press and doing them to order myself, so I can actually sell them at a lower price, so you guys could actually afford them. But if you guys are willing to spend 80, let me know, but I highly doubt you are. And the shirts I think would have to be around 50 bucks each as well, so too much. So if I do them myself, I can sell them for a lot cheaper. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode, because like I said, I ran out of gas, and I got to get more of the sound deadener, and I want to order up some of the Raptor liner to do the underside with the Raptor liner for undercoating. It works really well, and a lot of people are doing that nowadays. Another thing I want to let you guys know is that on the names, looks like the ones that got the most votes was Freebird, and another one was Mockingbird. So Freebird because I got it for free, and Mockingbird because it's an 81, but it's pretending to be a 73 once I get the front nose put on it. So, and I still really like second to none, but you know, it's up to you guys. You guys are going along on the journey with me, so help me out. So I think Freebird and Mockingbird was the top votes. So now you guys can vote and decide, is it going to be Freebird or is it going to be Mockingbird? And the one that gets the top votes, I'm going to send that person out who made that original name suggestion. I'm going to send them out one of the decals. So anyway, you guys let me know. So I hope you guys like this one. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this one with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one.